Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Techie Sugan. In this video, we are going to learn about math module. If at all you want to do some manipulation, I can make use of this math module. If you want to implement math module, first we are supposed to import it. So first let us import it, import math. And after this, if you want to find out what are the methods inside this math module, I can make use of this dir method and pass this math as my parameter of this dir, so that I can able to find what are the methods and attributes inside this math module. Now we will go ahead with the implementation. Let us initialize a variable called x and let me give a value as 5.4. Now we are going to implement floor method. If I am implementing floor method, what happens? It gives you the minimum integer value of the past val. For example, math dot floor, and let me pass x as my value. So what happens? Your x value is 5.4. So the minimum value for this particular 5.4 is 5. It will display as your 5. And next method we are going to see is ceil method. This displays your maximum integer value of the past val. For example, let me give us math dot ceil of x. So your output will be as 6. Clear? I hope so you are clear with floor and ceil. In case of floor, even it is 5.9, it will give you only 5 minimum integer value. In case of ceil, even it is 5.1, it will give you only as 6, which is nothing but the maximum integer value. And the next one, what you are going to say is factorial. For example, let me have a factorial of a given number. If it is factorial, how we are supposed to calculate? If it is of 3 factorial, your result will be multiplication of 1 into 2 into 3. This could be your result. So you can implement this by using math dot factorial. Let me pass a value directly, factorial of 3. You can notice that the factorial of 3 has been displayed. And next we are going to do square root. Square root. For example, math dot sqrt, and here I am going to pass a value. Let me pass a value 2, square root of 2. So what happens? Square root of 2 has been displayed as 1.41 and something goes on. I want this particular square root in an integer value. I don't want a float value. I want this square root in an integer value. In such cases, I can make use of math dot isqrt. This is for your integer value. If I am passing 2, you can notice that you will be getting an integer value. Clear? And next we are going to see with your exponent. Exponent method. Exponent in the sense, for example, it will display the value e power exponent of whatever the value you are passing. It's going to, for example, let us assume you are going to pass exponent of 3. It will display e power 3 as your output. For example, let me give math dot exp. Exp is the method for exponent, exp of 3. So what happens here? Exponent of 3 value will be displayed as your output. This is how to calculate your exponent value. And the next method, what you are going to see is GCD of a given number. Math dot GCD. Let me pass 2 value 2, 4. GCD of this particular number is displayed as your output. And your next example is modulo. You are going to see for modulo. Modulo gives you a remainder value. Here we are having 2 conditions. If my numerator x value is greater than y value, it displays. Whenever your x value is greater than y value, it display your remainder value. Clear? For example, let me give math dot, for modulo I will be using f mode, and here let me pass 10, 3, where your x value is 10 and y value is 3. Clear? Now it displays your remainder value as 1.0. Here your remainder value displays only in float type. In case your x value is less than y value, what will be displayed? It displays your x value as result. For example, let me make use of this same one. Just a minute. Let me make use of the same example. Here, let me pass parameter value as 3, 10. Instead of 10, 3, I am going to pass as 3, 10. Now, let us check what's going to happen. You can notice that your output is displayed as your x value. In case your x value is greater than y value, you can able to find your output will be a remainder value. When in case of your x value is less than your y value, we can able to find your x value will be displayed as your output. Clear? And next one, we are going to find the, if at all you want to find difference of two number, how will you do it? Print 5 minus 4 minus 5. Let it be 4 minus 5. So what happens? You will be getting your difference as your negative value. I want to find the difference, but my difference should be in a positive value. That is nothing but absolute difference. You want to find the absolute difference. I can make use of math dot FABS, and here let me pass the value of it, 4 minus 5. The same operation. Normally if you are giving 4 minus 5, it's going to display your remainder value. Now what I did is I passed a parameter as for parameter of FABS, which is nothing but absolute difference of these two number has to be displayed. So if I am executing this, you can notice that it is displaying a positive value. In a previous case, the same value has passed as displayed as your negative value. Whenever you are giving as FABS, it displays your positive value. And the next method, what you are going to see is power method. It is going to give power of two numbers. For example, x comma y. Power of x comma y is passed. It will give the output as x power y, or I can make use of x cap of y. Example, math dot pow. We will be using pow method for power, and I will give 2, 3. You can notice that 2 power 8 has been displayed here. So 2 power 3, 8 has been displayed as your output. And next we will go with the implementation, how to access this particular math module in lists. Clear? First let us declare my list, and here let me initialize value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me initialize 5 values. If I want to do sum of this list, I can do by using math module, math dot fsum. Let me mention the operation sum. Let me mention math dot fsum, and here I am going to pass my list as my parameter. I will pass my list as my parameter. Now I will execute it. You can notice that some of these number has been displayed. Keep in mind that it will display only your float value. It will not give as an integer value. It will give only as your float values. And next, if at all you want to find product of it, I can make use of math dot prod. So product and followed by my list. Here, how does it execute? It executes where the first number, this is your list, right? Your list consists of your value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the value where the first number 1 will be multiplied with 1 initially, and your output will be product of these value gives you 120. If at all I don't want to start with 1, the first number I don't want to multiply by 1, I want to multiply by some other number, where your default first number, your first number multiply by 1. Just a minute. Multiply by 1. If I want to modify it, I can make use of same command, math dot product, and if I give, let me pass the first parameter as my list, and next parameter let me give a start value as 2. What happens here? Your first value in your list is 1. It will be multiplied with 2. Again this 2 will be multiplied with 4. Again this goes on. Previously first value has been multiplied with 1. Now if you are executing it, you can able to find output will be double of this. Clear? I hope so you are clear with product and how to implement sum. And next we will go ahead with the few implementation of constants. There are constants there, and let us go ahead with the implementation of those constants in math module. If I am giving math.pi, it displays your pi value, and there is one more method called math.tau. What is this tau? What does it display? It displays a value of 2 pi. 2 pi value is displayed by math.pi. If you want to display 2 pi, it will be displayed by math.tau, and this tau is nothing but circle constant representing the ratio between circumference and radius. This is what we'll be using this particular tau function. And next there is one more function called math.e, which is nothing but mathy function. And next math.nan. Nan is nothing but not a number. And next function is math.inf. In is for your infinity. Clear? These are the predefined constant function available. Now we'll go ahead with implementation of this constant function and how to check with the condition. So checking condition, we'll check with the condition, and here this condition, this checking constants condition, we'll go ahead with constant condition. Okay, constant condition, and this is going to give you only the boolean value as a result. For example, let me go ahead with the implementation. We are going to check whether number is an infinite number or not by implementing math.isInf. It will check whether the particular 5 is an infinite number. 5 is not an infinite number, so it is going to throw you as false. I can check for finite number also by using isFinite. Clear? If you want to check for infinite number, I will be using isInf. If you want to check for finite number, I will be using isFinite, and I will pass a value as my parameter, and it is going to display this particular 5 is a finite number, so it's going to display true as my output. And I can check whether number is not a number. Nan, I am supposed to use isNan, and I'll pass a number. If it is not a number, it's going to throw you true. If it is a number, it will throw you false. Clear? And one more method, very important method, that is nothing but isClose. Let me pass two values, 1.1 and 1.2. It will check for the closeness of this particular two number. I mean that it checks for the tolerance level of these two number. The difference between normal tolerance will be 0.0. And what is the tolerance level of these two number? You can notice that 0.1 is the tolerance level. So if you are executing this, it will throw you false as your output. I can able to set tolerance level such a way, math.isClose. And here let me pass the same value 1.1 and 1.2. And here let me set a tolerance level as abs underscore tol tolerance level assigned 0.2. So until 0.2 of tolerance level is going to throw you true as your output. If it is going beyond 0.2, for example, let me give 1.4 here, it will display as false. Clear? I hope so you are clear with this math module. If at all you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon. Thank you.